Alrighty, hello and welcome to the Thaumaturge. This is a game developed by Fool's Theory, which is a Polish-based studio. As far as I understand, this game is a mixture of turn-based RPG and Sherlock-like detective game. Other than that, I know nothing about this game. I saw the trailer once when it was first announced, and I thought it looked neat. And then it turned out to be a way different game than I expected. So I'm hoping for Sherlock levels of insanity. We'll have to see. Let's get started. Ooh, neat. Pretty little thing, huh? Just look at these, make sure. Sound. Music volume. Turn that shit down. So loud. Sound effects down to like 80. Let's look at, whatever, that's fine. Text level, difficulty level, challenge, story. Oh, it starts on hard mode. That's exciting. Deluxe HUD. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's because I bought the fancy version of the game. Show mini map. We'll probably be able to mess with that in game. Accessibility features. Nudity. Wowzer. Am I allowed to play the game with that? Let's turn that off, I guess. I don't know if I get in trouble for that. I don't think I do. Just incidental gaming nudity. We'll hide it just to be safe. Colorblind mode. Increase text size. Is that? No, that's ugly. Is there... There's no subtitles. That's discerning. Or distressing, I mean. Curious. Curious. Alright, let's continue. Sure, we'll make the changes. Alright. Let's start a new game. Thaumata is a word deriving from Greek. It means miracles. A thaumaturge, or a tempermancer, is one able to discover secrets lingering in persons or places. They recognize flaws or stigmas imprinted on the human psyche and can bring them to the surface. Are they a doctor of souls? It is impossible to fully name the essence of a thaumaturge without being born one. Games immediately got a weird look.
For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health. Just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you're safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
First, play a trick on him. Go ahead and dictate your message. I'm not going to be a dick. I'm just going to give my message.
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope you will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
That will do.
From whom?
My name is Wiktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Victor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere. On every map.
Maps change.
This is topical.
I know. Let's get on with it.
This is fascinating so far.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Oh my god. This is not how I expected this game to look. What? This is isometric? What the fuck? Wow. Huh. That's fascinating. Huh. So yeah, this game is isometric, which is bananas. I can't believe that. This is absolutely nuts. This is not what I expected this game to be at all. Lost letter. Dear Antony, it feels like ages have passed since your last letter. Or maybe it's just the winter that makes everything good and warm seem distant. As you can guess, the life of an exile does not spoil me. Years ago, I was uprooted from my homeland and sent to a foreign land among foreign people to fight under the Russian banner. And how am I today? I live among people who hate me. I'm losing my health and my mind, and cultivating the land that I fertilized with the blood and flesh of its sons. That's pretty good prose. And I can't leave here. I can't stop reminiscing. Death seems to be my only means of escape. Please pray for me. Konstanty. P.S. I don't think this letter will make it through the censorship, but if it does, please tell Anielka, that the thought of her brought me solace until the very end. Baron von Derg says, Thaumaturge, I just had a PR thingy come through for this that I applied to. How have you been finding it? Baron von Derg, not Dirge. Oops. I just started. This is the first 2 minutes of the video game. Dear Yanko, please stop with the gentry snobbery and listen to what I tell you. Times are changing. You can no longer rely solely on property ownership. The peasants are different now. and it is not all clear how things will turn out in the coming years. You just have to look. Wherever you turn, you hear about revolts and peasant guerrillas going at the lords with pitchforks. We have to protect ourselves, have something on the side, some business that will allow us to live with dignity. That's why I'm telling you for the last time, go to the bank in Tiflis and take a loan against half of our assets in the Caucasus. Invest in the oil business in Baku. The railroad is already getting there, and the world needs kerosene. You need to act. There we go. Whoa, what was that? I can snap my fingers, and it tells me where to go. Oh, that's so neat. That's so neat. What is happening? All right, and I can completely control the game with mouse clicks if I want to. Huh. This is fascinating. Okay, let's go outside. This game is very exciting to me. Perception. As a thaumaturge, you possess exceptional perception. You can see things that are hidden from sight. You can anticipate the enemy's actions. You can follow traces of emotions, thoughts, actions, and words, and you can reach your goal easier. Warm coat. God bless you. Kind of funny. Oh my god. This game is wild. This is banana pants. What is going on here? Just 2 more days of marching and I'll be free. War is not for me. Everything will freeze and there won't be anything left. The Tiflis Herald. The tragic events of August 29th have cast a shadow on the city of Tiflis, leaving it in deep mourning. Yesterday's rally, where reform proposals set out by Minister Alexander Buligin were to be discussed, was brutally interrupted by Cossack troops that stormed inside the municipal board building. Armed Cossacks entered the conference room, wreaking havoc. In the turmoil, 60 people were killed and over 100 were injured. People are shocked at another instance of unjustified aggression against the nation of Georgia. Many believe more mass strikes are inevitable. So does this game take place in Georgia? That's a really interesting setting. I feel like I can't think of a single video game that takes place in the country of Georgia. That's really fascinating. I guess this is like historical fiction, right? But still, that's kind of neat. I kind of dig that. Wow. That's really cool. Well, a rich fellow. I know, we'll go in a minute. Alright, he is who we need to talk to, which means I'm going to do everything I can to not talk to him and to explore around first. Because this shit is cool as hell. What the hell? Wow. And shout out to this game for giving me full WASD control here. It's really neat.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
This Eurojank voice acting is so good. I'm actually genuinely unironically into this. Like, I think that this performances in this have been very interesting and down to earth so far. This game is immediately just like bleeding with charm. This is fascinating.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Oh man, this is so fascinating. I feel like I'm playing the first Fallout. It's breaking my brain. This is so great. The last isometric RPG that released that I played, other than Baldur's Gate
Nothing
3.
to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Huh.
Thank you.
Oh, that was a weird fade. What I was saying was the last game I played that felt similar to this, that wasn't Baldur's Gate 3, because Baldur's Gate 3 does not feel like this. Baldur's Gate 3 is like a very high polished game. The last game that I played that felt like this was Disco Elysium, and I never played the final cut, and I never played on controller, so I was used to just controlling with the mouse for everything. So it's interesting to see a game that is similarly in that like very down to earth frame. That is this like cool isometric perspective. It's got neat stuff going on. Oh, okay. We have a stats menu. Shadows of sins past. Find the miracle worker in the tavern. I'm almost there. We shall see if the spiritual doctor I've been following is able to help me. Transcaucasia. Locations in the so we're in the Caucasus, yeah. An owl flies through the woods, perches on a bough, and watches intently. The wind is whistling, shutting open doors, rushing inside homes through window slits. In places like this, human voices blend with animal sounds. The spirits of the dead penetrate the souls of the living, and evil expands slowly, quietly, producing a plentiful harvest. Where am I? Far from home in the unforgiving mountains, somewhere in the kingdom of Georgia, which, just like Warsaw, is under the Tsar's heel. I seek a cure, but what I will find I do not know. In places like this, you can lose more than you gain. I'm getting... Wow, there's all sorts of stuff. So this is telling me things of, like, factions now? What are these? Locations, factions, text, characters. All right, we're going to want to read all this. Oh, my God. Story information. Okay, we'll get to this in a second. Let's get updates. Let's get a background on our characters. If anyone finds this, please send it to Wiktor Szulski. People lose all sorts of things. Anything can happen. It feels odd to write about oneself. I was born a thaumaturge on September 22nd, 1875 in Warsaw under the Tsar's rule. 15 years ago, I made a pact with my first salutor. Ooh, is this Romanized? Yes, this is Romanized. I almost read that as Cyrillic. Upur. Then, with his help, I tried to help my friend. It didn't work out. My father was furious. He sent me to my mother to Paris. Then I did a lot of stupid things. I almost lost my powers and my connection to Upur. Now, here I am, broken, lonely. My only hope is a traveling mystic. Such is life. Stanislaw Szulski, my father and a thaumaturge. Even my mother was sick of him after years of marriage, so she left. I was the only one to inherit his powers, but it didn't bring us any closer. When my powers were revealed, he sent me to Paris. That's something I will never forgive him for. Ligia. My dear sister, the only person I truly miss while I'm away. We're twins, so there's always been a special bond between us. I haven't seen her for years. Currently, I only know her from the letters we exchange. This is fascinating. Holy smokes. Let's read these things. Salutors. They have many names. When Latin was in fashion, a wise man called these creatures newcomers. In popular beliefs, they are sometimes called demons or angels, ghosts, or even deities. I do not know where they come from. They reflect the beliefs and superstitions of people from different regions, even though those people themselves cannot see them. Highly sensitive individuals, like artists, are sometimes able to see their manifestations. Wild salutors change their whereabouts as they follow people's flaws. People travel more these days. Once, in St. Petersburg, I saw a sphinx. Erebus says, I do like isometric games. The Fallout games by Interplay will always be my favorite. The atmosphere can't be beat. Yeah, they're great. They're good games. I'm a big fan. Flaws. Someone's burden can be a thaumaturge's treasure. A flaw is a lasting, hidden beauty that is imprinted upon a human soul by something traumatic or routine. Many people have them. I am not an exception. My inborn flaw is pride. A flaw of the heart dimension that I gifted to an upur a long time ago. So this is, upur is not a name, it is a kind of creature, it's a class of creature. Huh. Fascinating. This is how all salutors function. Those still untethered follow a flaw hidden in someone nearby. By confronting that person using the right arguments, I can bring out the flaw and then take it over, making a pact with the wild salutor. Unite with it in theory. All my previous attempts have failed. Is this game Disco Elysium meets Persona? I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. My grimoire. I like to write and sketch in it, and my upur lives in it. If you are reading this, I'm sorry. Teenage boys should not keep a journal. I got my grimoire from my father. It is a thaumaturge's tool, a way to make pacts with salutors. For me, it is also a journal and sometimes a sketchpad. You cannot tell me that this main character is a teenage boy. Not for a second. I do not believe it. Traces. A trace is someone's personal imprint on an object, like a personal aura. One cannot always recognize it. Sometimes a trace isn't imprinted on a particular object. That's normal. I can tell where I have seen the trace before, and once I meet its owner, I'm always certain about who has interacted with the item. Nothing can be kept secret. Oh, so this is the puzzle solving, the crime solving detective element of the game. Heart, word, mind, deed. Centuries ago, when thaumaturgy was only beginning to be placed within scientific frameworks, the term dimension was chosen to categorize the subjects it deals with. Heart is all that involves emotions. Word is all that is said. Mind is all that is thought or hidden in memory. Deed is action, physicality. Each dimension is connected to an area of human experience, a kind of salutor, and a type of intention imprinted upon objects. Erebus asks, if you care to do so or have knowledge about, to confidently say so, what exactly is this game about? I have no idea. I'm completely blind. Like most games that I play that are new, I am completely blind on it. I have no idea what this game is about. Thaumaturgy comes from the Greek word for miracle working. Father would fume that another term for our abilities, temperomancy, was not as popular. Thaumaturgy is a different, deeper kind of comprehension of the world, seeing the most secret emotions, hearing the unspoken words, the ability to glimpse into someone's thoughts. I do not wish to be someone else, even though my power has gotten me into trouble. My peers were afraid I would discover their secrets, and adults lowered their voices when I entered the room. Such is life. In the end, I learned how not to startle people around me and how to keep their secrets to myself. Every youngster endowed with powers goes through that. A thaumaturge, having made a pact with a salutor, is also able to manipulate human thoughts, words, deeds, and emotions. Intent. Usually the information hidden in objects isn't left there on purpose. People tend to do so unwittingly. Thaumaturges do the opposite. They put their intent into the traces deliberately. It's a convenient and unobtrusive way to communicate without attracting necessary attention. That's interesting. Perception. The thaumaturge's inborn ability to peek under the surface of things, it doesn't depend on the day of the week nor the number of salutors one possesses, only on the level of one's abilities. For a powerful thaumaturge, reading this or that is not a problem. I must say it happens rather spontaneously and constantly involves intruding on other people's privacy. There are things I'd rather not know and some I wish I could forget. Once a thaumaturge is tied to a salutor, they can use its power of manipulation in the dimension the suitor belongs to. A powerful thaumaturge can freely manipulate the emotions, words, thoughts, and deeds of other people. Upur allows me to manipulate the heart dimension. Revolver, the only truly useful thing I took from home, reliable until now. I cannot remember how it ended up in our house. That is what my banishment started with. How dramatic it sounds. The outcast's revolver. The gunslinger in exile. Nonsense. All right, let's look at the historical factions, because this is the thing that I am going to be the least knowledgeable about in this context. The Russian Empire. A beast. Extend your hand to it and you will lose it. Fat but always hungry, respecting only force. Unresponsive to rational reasoning. That is the way imperialist powers are, and the Russian Empire seeks to reign supreme among them. But who knows how long it will last? History has seen greater falls. People are starting to speak their minds, starting to act. Turbulent moods foreshadow change. The war with Japan gave citizens new arguments against the Tsardom's inept policy. Russia got fucked in that war. That was so bad for them. A really crazy historical period of time. If you are not aware of the war between Russia and Japan, you should absolutely look it up because it is utterly fascinating how that went down. The Tsar fails to live up to his time, and his authority is faltering. It seems powerless in the face of the future that is about to become a reality. And in the midst of it all, there is still at the Empire's mercy the Kingdom of Poland. Deprived of autonomy, it has taken a Russian face, but deep inside, its heart is still beating. Poland continues to smolder. More than 100 years have passed since Poland disappeared from the world map, divided between three powers: the German Empire, the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, and the Russian Empire. I actually didn't know this about Poland. The Kingdom of Poland, with its capital in Warsaw, is under the tough rule of the Tsar. The Polish language is being pushed out of schools, offices, and the public spaces by the invaders. However, the Polish dream of regaining independence is still alive, and the revolutionary moods abroad seem to favor the fight for freedom, yours and ours. Alright, here we go. So we just learned a lot of information. Our character, I can't tell how old he's supposed to be. Is he actually a teenager? I don't think so. He certainly doesn't seem it. Performance is a little weird right now. It's getting a little weird. It's fine, but it definitely feels a little stuttery. The stacks need raising, and then you guys already got what's yours this week. None of your lip. Ooh, I can pet the dog. I don't know.
You guys already got what's yours this week. Molchat, we're here to keep order, and that don't come free. It's getting colder, so the price is getting higher.
Hey, T. Nice boots. Are they warm?
A proud answer. It not only draws from your flaw of pride's level, but will also feed it even more. Sure, we'll do that.
Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses. Don't tempt me, Luca. Don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We are the Tsar's soldiers. Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
Wow, he's really just going for it.
I think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Oh, is this the combat? Okay, victory conditions. When your enemies lose all their health points, you win the fight. Enemies' health points, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, I have a whole thing. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch for the one you'd like to track. Okay, neat. This is a JRPG. This is a JRPG. What the fuck is happening in this game? What is this? What is going on? What? Okay, so it's got a Grandia-like time system. I cannot believe we're playing a JRPG right now. What is happening? Oh, this is delightful. This is delightful. Actions queue. Perception allows you to anticipate the enemy's actions. To find out what they're planning, unfold the actions queue at the top of the screen. Skill speeds. Each skill has its own speed. Yeah, so this is the Grandia system, the Child of Light system. Slower skills are more powerful but require preparation, bringing the risk of an enemy attacking first. Oh my god. This is absolute banana pants.
There's the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
This is so charming. What is happening in this video game? Proletariatus, oh, this is Polish. Brzola? Brzola, maybe? I don't know if I can speak that. I have no idea what the hell that says. It's something about the proletariat, obviously. Proletariat uprising, maybe? Someone who speaks Polish, tell me. Soon, the day will come when the people will throw off their hated shackles. With one stroke of the mighty arm, hardened by work and struggle with misery, they will get rid of the despised Tsar. May the recent events, so agonizing for many, be a torch that will kindle the flame of a just revolution. It will only take a few people to raise their heads proudly and abandon their work for the flame to become an inferno that will consume the oppressor and cleanse our lands. It is already happening. Workers in major cities are preparing for action, and the country folk are also joining the fray. The hour of trial is upon us. Let us not lose heart. Petword says, this is incredibly bold to just do to the occupying force upon walking into town. Literally, that is exactly what I was just thinking. Like, I've been playing him as someone who's trying to kind of hold his head down, but nope. It just goes right in. Thaumaturgy points. So these are for skill upgrades and leveling. Okay. What does this do? Perception of the heart. Gamble. 60% chance of dealing double damage. That's crazy. Perfect efficiency makes every attack on the enemy deal the maximum possible damage. That seems nuts. Your bond is weakened and in danger of collapsing with Upur. Huh. Okay, I can't upgrade these because I don't have a... Is that it? I don't have a thing. Fortune gives a 50% chance of interrupting the enemy's planned action. That seems essential. So we'll do that. Skill upgrades. Okay, Fortune. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I see. I understand now. We apply upgrades to attacks. Flaw. Most people have flaws, but only thaumaturges are aware of their existence. These are blemishes on a personality created as a result of turbulent experiences. They attract salutors and allow young thaumaturges to make a pact with their first salutor. Your flaw is pride. If you nurture it by making the right choices, it will impact the course of the events for the future. Pride, my innate flaw. It got me into trouble on more than one occasion, but also kept me out of it sometimes too. It's an integral part of me. Upur follows this flaw. Okay. Brzola means struggle. Got it. Okay, that's good to know. So this is Upur. Bloody penance. Oh my god, these are damage numbers. I legitimately... This is Persona. We're playing Polish Persona right now. This is bananas. What is going on? Eurojank Persona was not on my bingo card for this.
Good boy.
Wow. So far it's a little railroaded. Really wants us to just head in there. This is a bananas video game. News from Yerevan. Our correspondents report that the newly appointed Governor General of the Yerevan Province, Prince Napoleon Louis Joseph Jerome Bonaparte, has just arrived in town. The highest officials were present at the welcoming ceremony, followed by a dinner with representatives from Yerevan's most eminent families. The Governor General's address to the townspeople is expected in the next few days. This is absolutely bananas. I love the little NPC barks. That's the thing that reminds me the most of, like, Fallout with this. It's not just, I mean, it's easy to point at an isometric game and be like, oh my god, it's Fallout. But, like, the little barks, the isometric character barks, it's just a very key feature of things like Fallout and Baldur's Gate. That a lot of CRPGs like this would just sort of leave behind as the medium evolved. But it's a very charming aspect of those games. Baron says, right, 3 a.m., gotta hit the sack. Hope you have an amazing stream and enjoyed this absolute mind better. Thank you so much. I definitely will be having a good time. I'm excited about this. Does that say Rasputin? What? What?
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected this thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
Huh.
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I
Man.
met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this.
Take a sniff. Trace certain, Rasputin. Time-worn prayer beads with 30 woolen knots. The zeal gushing from the beads impregnates the wool better than the tallow from the owner's strong fingers. The object pulses with a mixture of blue rapture, purple passion, and graphite fierceness. The touch of the beads burns, but it also attracts. Rasputin's wish. Rasputin has a magnetic zeal and passion. He is a man with an attractive personality, strong and fierce, who is easy to follow. One just has to be careful not to get burned by the flame of his ardor.
Have you figured anything out yet?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Observations are information that you acquire by interacting with people and items. Observations make up conclusions, a valuable source of knowledge about the world, so those can be trusted. Interesting. Perception and objects. Thaumaturges possess perception, which allows them to read other people's emotions. Follows the different dimensions that we've already learned about. On some items, you will find a trace of someone's personality. It takes one of 3 forms. Unknown is when you see it for the first time. Familiar is when you've seen it before, but you're not certain who it belongs to. Certain is you know exactly who left it. Traces are only revealed once you pass the test of perception on the item, so we're going to roll for that. Okay.
Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering within Rasputin.
Rasputin. Words are clinging to the bowl like unwashed scraps from a recent meal. Neat lines of prayer float into the sky, swirl and fade, overtaken by a curse thrown out in a fit of passion. A hobbling cunt. Even prayer can't dampen the wrath smoldering in Rasputin. Spiritual focus struggles under the weight of strong emotions. His calmness is a sham. He's no oasis of peace. This is wild. Okay, so as we walk near things... Alright, we need mind. Damn it.
Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
And we can get more observations based on how high our skill points are. So an ornate prayer book containing prayers for the Russian Orthodox Rite. It vibrates with a languishing moan of delight, the touch of silk, the scent of courtly powder, but that which is soft and warm is also pierced by the thorns of impending separation and longing. Who would have thought that this priest had such passion? Surprisingly, the mask of a healer conceals an outstanding lover, irresistible to women's hearts and bodies. Perhaps this is one of his healing methods. Okay, so they don't disappear when we fail to trace them properly. Is there anything over here for us to trace? No?
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend.
You didn't like your breakfast. Buckwheat with venison fat. You cursed the person who prepared it. You called her a hobbling cunt, correct?
Have a seat.
Impressive.
Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild salutor, and that ended with me losing contact with my first salutor. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
We need to nurture it, so...
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind.
This game is
see through your eyes.
so weird. Victor looks so strange.
Where am I?
This is...
Rasputin. There's no one in here.
truly not what I was expecting.
I need to get out of here.
And look how far we can zoom in. This is not very helpful because I can't see anything zoomed in that far, but what is going on with this? This is so neat.
What is this sound? Shackles?
Part of me is wondering if I should be playing on controller, but I don't know. It seems like it's built for keyboard and mouse as well, so. This is so bizarre.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a salutor, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
I've updated my journal. Wow. What in the world is happening? This is fascinating. So there's no more stuff for us to interact with here. Multiple objectives. Quests have multiple objectives. Freely switch for the one that you'd like to track. We've already read this. Alright. Oh. Okay. So right now we're tracing... We're trying to find the person with the flaw.
I felt something.
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch. All these newcomers causing more problems.
He looks so much less sweaty and so much less tired. Dropped apple. A bruised crimson apple. Vesna was trembling, dropped a fruit basket and left this orphan behind. Vesna has left her distinct trace on the fruit. It consists of a heart fluttering in panic and a throat painfully clenched. A bite of this apple would taste pure fear. These are all the things that Rasputin had. This game is so interesting. Hand-carved and elaborately painted. The box is marked with words of love, sweetest kisses, the names of Vesna and Luca intertwined, cuddling tenderly against the wood, against the delicate carvings, trying to protect them from damp and rain, from all the evil the world carries it. All right, so we're trying to figure out what her deal is. So she seems to have some sort of connection to Luca, so we might want to dig around near Luca. Let's look around while we're at it, huh? Shall we? Oh, I thought that was Luca, but it's not. Okay. Broken shards of a blue ceramic dish. The broken ceramic trembles with anger and frustration. The quarrel erupted suddenly, spewing out bile of mutual complaints and grievances. Its sweet and pungent taste stupefied, compelled, screaming, finger-pointing, and hurting. The frenzy lasted until all involved were out of breath. Damaged axe shaft. A damaged axe shaft. That is hard to say. Damaged axe shaft. It's like a tongue twister. The trace it bears does not belong to Vesna, so this is probably Luca. Impetuous person. Although it's already become moldy from disuse, it carries the memory of the spirit of one who wielded it. A loner by choice with a disposition as tart as juniper berries. The shaft is overgrown with the thorns of bitter words, but there are others, warm, delicate as rose petals. They betray a love for someone who's not afraid of thorns. A love that's difficult, but not accepting of violence. Alright. Domestic squabbles. In this house lives a married couple who do not mince their words. They argue violently, loudly, until they're out of breath, but they persist, together, despite everything. I definitely want to upgrade mind, I think. Right? Deed, I don't know if it's valuable. Oh, we get a counter reaction with Upord. Okay. Oh, and then the personas will upgrade over time. I see. That's pretty good. 60% chance of dealing double damage. Do I want that or do I want the mind point? I feel like I want the mind point. Influences. Diversion reduces focus. But I can make it restore my focus as well. So this becomes a free action. Sure, we'll put it on the strong attack, maybe. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. I don't know if if it reduces focus to us or focus to others. Let's do that. All right, so there's more traces around here, though. That's what this thing on the map is showing us.
Never fails me. There is something here.
Okay, cool. Dead goose. Someone or something strangled this goose. From the goose's twisted neck flows the anger and passion of the person who slaughtered the poor bird. The wave of emotions carries no desire for meat or feathers, only the sour taste of envy and the desire for all of Bogdan's property to go to hell. Salt on the doorstep. Salt on the doorstep protects from unwanted visitors and other misfortunes. Wow, okay, so there's like a lot going on. We'll definitely talk to people once we get all of the traces. Because I definitely want to investigate more of these traces. Where is it bringing me? To the coachman. Okay. Interesting. What does he have to say? Is he for the cemeteries? Yes, that's what... Okay, I see. And then as we enter an area with traces... Protective charm. Made of strings, sticks, and feathers, it's supposed to protect the residents from bad things. Apollo says, this game is pretty rad, but I hope the snapping doesn't drive me insane. I love the way it sounds. It's so snappy. Okay, yeah, there's nothing else here. Unpronounceable says, can I revisit the old traces now that I have more mind? That's a good question. Dimension force too low. Mind. I needed one mind. I have one mind now, so no, I don't think so. So, Rasputin. I had only heard rumors about him, a preacher, a mystic who used to heal St. Petersburg's elite not long ago. I found him in a small village in Transcaucasia. They called him a mad monk or even a quack and a fraud. To me, he's the last hope for a cure. It will not be an overstatement if I say he saved my life. Without his mysterious powers, I would have gone mad. I think that means I owe him, and yet I cannot help thinking how strange he is. I still can't crack this. So, conclusions. Yeah, so I have Rasputin's objects, but I can't seemingly interact with this anymore. Maybe if we go back to the, maybe if we go back to the tavern, yeah, let's check. It doesn't seem to be here anymore, because it was on the floor right here. Yeah. Nope. So there are mutually exclusive things here. We'll need to build properly. Alright. That's fine. That's kind of neat. I like that aspect of it.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him, too?
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Conflicted neighbors. A dead goose lies between the quarreling peasants. The obvious bone of contention here. If the wise woman is to settle the dispute, she'd better do it quickly. It will come to fisticuffs in a moment. Neighborly disputes. It seems that the neighbors quarreled over a goose strangled in an act of revenge, a classic of the genre. You gotta love it. The classic story of killing a goose. Make Anatoly calm down.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Well, all in all, I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Huh.
Come inside and tell me what you're doing here.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that quite to happen that way. But we got experience for it. What kind of magic is that? I've never seen anything like it. Great! They all know I'm a spooky man. Can't be good.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help. Help! Help! Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
I love how we just stroll up into this town and straight up just mess with these dudes. I love that we can adjust upgrades too right before a fight. It's fine. I don't need to do that. Strong attacks and focus. In order to launch a strong attack against enemy, you must take away all their focus, causing them to enter the breakdown state. Strong attacks are much more powerful than other skills and allow the fight to end quicker. Oh, okay. So I should probably not have... Alright, let's see. Who do I want? Who am I? Let's see. Hold on. He has hook. This is a planned hit. Oh my god. What? Hold on. Sorry, I'm confused. Quick attack. Eerie Intoxication. Inflicts damage, restores your health points by 0, which is half of what you've lost. Okay. Bloody Penance. Inflicts damage. The target's health points determines how much damage the skill inflicts. The more health points, the higher the damage. Did I interrupt him? I did not. Okay. He has 27 health. Quick attack, just to try to interrupt. Okay. I see how our persona works. We interrupted his attack too, so that's pretty good. And now I'm gonna quick attack. And now I have, okay, I get it. I have 2 party members now, so it's Upur's turn. Okay. Interrupted that attack. Removed his focus. Strong attack opportunity. The enemy has lost all their focus, now is in the breakdown state. Okay. Concussion. And then this one. We'll just do Eerie Intoxication on him. Alright, that did a bunch of damage to him. That's pretty good. I was not expecting this the game to be this way at all. Wowzer. That's not great. This game is crazy. I'm like truly, I was not expecting this even in the slightest. Okay. Eurojank Persona was truly not on my bingo card for the night. How? He just hit me in the face. Was this a knife or is it just wood? Okay, I got my health back.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
If thinking interferes with their actions, so much the worse for thinking. The locals are impetuous, irritable, and eager to pick a fight for even the most trivial reason. Something is not right here. There's still more, there's got to be more traces here, right? Or is that just saying the person with the flaw might be in here somewhere?
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. Please leave. Please, please.
Yeah, she seems scared of something. Okay. Interesting. Abusive husband, possibly? Fascinating. Okay. Well, let's go talk to the old lady. This is such a weird video game. Diary of an Oblat Priest. They say that every nation has its demons. Its phantoms, ghosts, and nightmares were created to make naughty children behave. But I have gone halfway around the world preaching the word of God and learned the truth. These demons, fiends, and devils cursed by God are real, and they are everywhere. In distant Shermia, people, I lost my place. People whispered the name of Bukavak, a cruel beast whose presence brings wrath and commands people to inflict violence on their neighbors. A fairy tale, you say? But I have seen Bukavak. Here, in Piatigorsk, I have heard the rattle of his chains and felt his fangs digging into my neck and tugging at every fiber of my soul, and I felt the fury that this wraith brings with it, the anger from which there is no escape, the taste of blood in my mouth that no prayer can erase. May the holy walls of the Oblat Church stop this beast. Blessed Virgin, keep me safe. Thaumaturgy point. All right, cool. Unfinished letter. So, my dear son, my heart is crying. Have I harmed you so that you write about me like this? That you renounce your legacy, your land, and your blood? I never said a word to you when you refused to farm with us, nor when you went to Tiflis to study, and now you're calling us stupid. Backward? You repeat after that rector of yours, Chudeki. That Georgian, your language, is the language of dogs? And yet you want to write to me only in Russian? Child, Georgia flows in your blood. She is the salt in your tears and the glue in your bones. You will not renounce her. You can't. Wow, fascinating. This is so bananas. What do I want? Thief of Thought reduces focus 1 additional point if the enemy is in the suffering state. Okay, I'm gonna upgrade Mind again just once more. We'll grab this one too in a minute. Whenever we get a lucky chance, slowing the enemy's attack. I'm going to take this off of diversion. Actually, no, that's gonna go on diversion. Because this gives me multiple chances to slow the enemy in a single turn. Relaxation will go there. Well, no, that's fine. We'll put it on strong attack for now. That's fine. Fascinating. What? This game is so weird. This is so weird.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Something still eludes me. Okay.
Well then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Alright, so we don't want to not hurt her, accuse her. My words are weird. We don't want to accuse her yet. Not yet, at least. Let's go over here and talk to this guy, maybe. Ooh. Where is this bringing me? Look at this. The second I move here, it moves me back into the circle. So what am I missing in the circle? There's got to be a trace around here that I didn't grab. Right? It's not going to be here. Snappy. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. And if I click this, it also gives me. Interesting. Okay. Let's go talk to him again then. We'll see what he says to me.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Something continues to elude me. Keep searching.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So we have a few different places to go. Manipulation. Using thaumaturgy, you can manipulate other people. First, you must know a person's secrets, which you can learn by making conclusions. If the manipulation is available, the character interaction icon will change and the Upor will appear next to the character. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Shovel still showed traces of mud and ice. The coachman had to free the wagon's wheels from the soft soil that had engulfed them. Maybe I can investigate the woman's house now, too. The coachman used a rag to wipe the sweat from his forehead. The rag reeked with the sour odor of fatigue. Attempts to free the wheels from the soft soil made the spine crack like a fishbone, and the muscles burn with fire. And no one would help. Such was his job. Such was his fate. The coachman is tired and weary. He's worked hard at unloading the wagon alone, and all he dreams of is a moment of rest. I can relieve his suffering. Manipulate the coachman.
I'm not going anywhere.
Make the coachman's fatigue go away.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
I didn't want to actually leave yet. Oh no. Oh, okay, I can go back to the village. Okay, so we unlocked fast travel, and we can go between places. Hexos has used the voice on him. We've studied in the Bene Gesserit way. Let's investigate the lady's house, maybe. Because I'm, well, maybe there's stuff back here. Is there anything? No. This is fascinating. This is such a weird game. What am I sniffing around for? Let's make a quick save. Sure. Let's just do that.
You've been going in so many circles, your head will spin.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom. They're superstitious and timid, as far as I've been able to figure out. Easy to control, right?
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress and beard. Who takes advantage of who here? Bah! The people here are believers, of course. But the spirit in the village is real, too.
Ask if she means the salutor.
Is this spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. One evil spirit here persecutes people, and you can hear it now and then, sometimes. Tragedies attract it, and impure thoughts. We here call it a Bukavach.
Bukavach.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit. It torments people and turns their weaknesses against them.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it. And I'd ask, how else can I help you?
Okay, I still need more information.
Well, then, I hope you'll still be alive when I get back, madam.
Okay. So we still need to go outside. And it's still pointing us to this area, right? Find the person with the flaw that the wild salutor is seeking. So there's got to be a person here. And it's pointing... Why is it trying to take me back to him? Huh. Very interesting. Maybe everything terminates at Rasputin. Because it doesn't seem like there's anything around here that we've missed. Yeah. Doesn't seem like there's much around here. There's no other person around here. No one to ask about the domestic squabbles happening. Yeah, it's all just leading me to the thing. The difficulty in a game when you're so early in a game like this is not knowing how the game communicates like walls to you, like gates. Like I want to make sure I'm not going to miss out on the content and like blow past this thing because I'm not clicking on things enough, you know? But it seems like we've interacted with everything we can interact with right now. And it's bringing us over here to the cemetery. So, but see, this is the weird thing, is that it's trying to drag me back here as well. That doesn't change. So yeah, we probably have to go speak to Rasputin. Find Rasputin. Find the person with the flaw. Alright, so they're tied together, clearly. Travel. Alright, I guess we'll go to the cemetery.